Poor timing for a little frog in the throat. A little drink of water. Morning. I thought I'd do this now because I was planning on doing it later, but I might put it off, and I felt like doing it now. Just finished my breakfast, feeling all right. Let's see who comes on, and then we're going to talk about why we do stuff. Okay? Because I had a little bit of this over the weekend. I keep going on about it, but I was up in South Shields for 2 days with my coach. And yesterday I wanted to leave that coaching program because I thought it wasn't going to serve me. I got really fucking pissed off with it. Like yesterday I just wanted to finish everything. I was tired. I was talking about this on the email yesterday. I was I wrote today's email yesterday while I was tired, so you can probably read into that because of what it was about. But I was talking about procrastination yesterday. Rugby Tots, Mr. Paul Hurley, how you doing? Good work this morning, my lad. Warrior conditioning. We're all gonna be nails. I was talking about procrastination yesterday. And I wasn't putting things off, but I wanted to sack everything off. I wanted to make decisions all over the shop and leave my coaching group that I'm involved in. And I actually, I kind of wanted to just say to the guys down the park, I'm not doing this anymore. I was in that place, and it didn't last for very long. That's one of the bulletproof mindset things actually that will be happening on the 8th of April. That Saturday on the 8th of April. At the Percy Centre. That's one of the things we'll go through. That's the drift effect, which I was going to talk about today, but I'm going to talk about something different. However, that's the drift effect. And yesterday I was drifting. I felt like I wanted to give it all up, but I didn't. And then today everything's fine. It's funny how these things go. And that's because I was tired. Anyway, so I recognised it was a temporary emotion. Didn't do lots. Did the very bare minimum that I needed to do yesterday. Today, I've been on fire this morning. Did loads this morning. It's only 9:30 or something like that. So, why do we do stuff? Why? Why am I doing this now? Why am I doing this? Why do I do the sessions in the park with the guys? Why do I want to do bulletproof mindset? Which you probably think I'm full of shit about, but I don't really care. Why do I want to do it? I know why I want to do that. Why am I doing the online stuff? Why have I got an online program which helps guys go from not knowing what to do with a kettlebell through to... I'm just going to hang on. I'll stop that vibrating. Why do I do that? So they go from not knowing how to use a kettlebell, not knowing anything about strength and conditioning, not knowing anything about fitness, to 6 weeks later knowing what they're doing, knowing why they're doing it. Okay, and then joining the inner circle and going on from there as well. Why do they do that? Because they get what I said they would get if they do it out of the 6 weeks and go in the inner circle. Why do I do that? Why? Okay. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I sat there for 2 days with a bunch of guys in my coaching group, and they were asking me why do you do it? And I was trying to explain. It's really hard to explain, or I find it hard to explain. And I don't know if that's because I can get the point across. I don't know. But anyway, I was trying to say to them, look, I want to help people. I want to help guys who are in the position now that I was in a little while back. Morning, mate. Morning, Anne. How's it going? Good to have you on. Be seeing you at 6 o'clock tonight, mate. You and Mr. Mark Leach will be there. I was sitting in front of this coaching group and I was trying to explain to them why I do this, right? And they weren't really getting it. They kind of know why I do it, but I think that it was basically like just testing us. Say, do you know why you're doing it? And it made me think about this, right? It made me really think about it because I was like, right, well, the reason why I do it is because I was in this place 3 or 4 years ago when I was unhappy at work. Then I got made, this is in today's email, then I got made redundant. Then I was lost because my job kind of defined me, but I hated it anyway, which I'll talk about in the future because I was talking to one of the guys at my coaching program about this. But my job kind of defined me. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't want to leave because I was uncomfortable. It would make me uncomfortable, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. But they forced me to leave anyway, so it gave me space and time to think. And then I still didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I started doing what I'm doing. I got fitter, stronger, healthier. But then I still didn't know what I wanted to do. So that's not the end of it. It's like, I can get you fit, strong and healthy, but like, what next? What next? Which is why I'm into the mindset stuff, because it's like, it messes with you. You get to a certain point and then you're like, well, that's great. It's not what I want. So you got to work out why you want it, right? So the guys called me out and they're like, why are you doing what you do, right? And it just fucking, it floored me. It absolutely floored me, because I know why in my own head, but when you question it, it just floored me. So I sat there, and one of the guys said, do you like? I said this the other day. Do you like helping the guys that you help? Do you like helping them lose weight? Do you like helping them build their confidence? Do you like helping them, helping them get through an actual program without giving up, which is what they do when they've joined a gym and gone for 3 months and then given up and paid for 12 months anyway. One of the guys coming to me now, it cost him money to get out of his gym membership. Do you enjoy helping those people? Does it fire you up? And I said, well, yes, it does. You can see that, right? And he was like, so why aren't you getting in front of them? And why aren't you talking to them? And I talked to the guys in the park, but I've been doing it all in a closed group. There is still a closed group where there's lots more other stuff in there to help them out, which is more specific to what we're doing, but you're not going to know about this, right? So if I tell you all about that, you'll be like, well, what do I do? How do I do that? And it's like, that's what I do. I'll show you how, right? Anyway, so it made me question. I sat there, and this is the Geordie versus vegans bit, right? Well, this reminded me of a Ross Noble thing. If you haven't heard of Ross Noble, look him up. He's fucking hilarious. And he's from Cramlington, which is just up the road from where I grew up. Anyway, he the guys, I was sitting there, and they were like, "Why do you do this? Why do you do it? Why do you do it?" One guy, this guy Mike Sweeney, who backs up my nutrition system. He's a nutritionist. He looked at me and said, "Do you enjoy what you do? Do you enjoy helping these guys?" And I said, "Well, yes." Right? And then all of a sudden I was looking at him, and then I turned around and looked, and everybody was looking at me, right? Everybody was in my face. Like, why? Do you know why? Do you know why? What you need to do is work out why. I was like, I know why, but they were just like, it was weird. It was horrible. And I think a few of them stepped back and were like, whoa, hang on. Well, it was weird. It's like a group mentality thing, right? But it's actually done me good. So that was why yesterday I was a bit like, whoa, hang on. And I wanted to stop, because I was like, but I thought about it that night. That was on Monday, and I thought about it that night. And I went back into them, and I just went, you know what? Fuck the lot of you. Because I know why I do it. You just, it's difficult for me to get across. And it reminded me of this Ross Noble thing, right? Because I think he was on Jonathan Ross or something like that, and he said this was years ago, and he said he was doing it. He was doing a gig at Glastonbury or somewhere like that, and there was a vegan stand over there. And he said, wouldn't it be funny? He had all these people like in front of him, apparently. And he said, wouldn't it be funny if we could form a queue at the vegan stand and say, excuse me, mate, have you got any sausage rolls? And they go, sorry, we're a vegan stand. So then you'd walk off, and then the next person in the queue would walk up and go, excuse me, mate, you got any sausage rolls? Sorry, we're a vegan. And then the next one, excuse me, mate, and just do that with like, I don't know, however many it was, like 10,000 people or something stupid like that he was talking about. Imagine that would be fucking hilarious, right? But what he said was, it turned out like, he was like, right, come on, let's go. So they started walking across, but he said instead of like forming an orderly queue, because there were so many people, they formed this big gang going towards this stand, going like, sausage rolls. And that's what it was like. With this thing, one guy asked me a question, and then rather than people lining up and going, do you know why you do it? So, and kind of get it out, they all just turned around, and it was like, fucking bosh, why do you do it? Why do you do it? Right? But it was good, because it made me think again, why do I do this, right? And it's to help people, but that's wishy-washy. It is wishy-washy. But it's to help people. Like the guys who are coming down the park, we're leveling up again this time. They've all got stronger. I've been doing that for a few years now, learning about strength training, and I've pretty much, you can't learn everything about everything, but I've pretty much got to a point now when I'm like, right, I've done that, because I'm doing my level 2 Strong First in May. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. I'm not going to talk about it now, but it's hard work, right? But I know I can do it because I've done it before. I did it 2 years ago. It was a challenge. It'll be a challenge this time, but I know I'm going to do it because I've done it, and it doesn't put me out of my comfort zone, which is why I'm doing this penny fan thing in the dark in 80 days, in fact. And it's to prove to the guys that I'm this guy. I can do it. Because I've got to kind of keep them going. With like, right, we've done the strength training, and they've all got a bit stronger because I've like not fast tracked them through it, because you can't fast track this stuff. But you'll get better results quicker if you're with someone who knows what they're talking about, right? So I've been doing this stuff for like, specific to strength training for like 3 years, so I know a lot about it. Now I'm getting into more I've been doing a bit of conditioning and stuff like that, but I'm getting into more the conditioning side, so I can march up and down a mountain overnight, which I'm not sure whether I can do at the minute. I probably can. I don't think I do it very well, but in 80 days' time, I'll be damn sure that I'm going to. So I'm starting this conditioning thing on that, and the guys are helping me through it. We're all going to be in it together. They're not coming with me. If they want to, they can tell me, and I'll. So who's on? Russ, Aunt Carol, Paul's still on. I don't know. There's people are dropping off as well, but. If you want to do it, just tell me, and we'll get it. We'll put it together. I'm happy with that, but you've got to be ready, or you've got to want to be ready, and then we can work together on it. Because I'm going to be bringing you guys through the training with me anyway, because we've all got stronger. So now we're going to work on the conditioning side, which will help you all out. I know it will. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this. And it's also to help guys like you, who've got to a point in life, 35, 40, 45 years old, kind of think like, right, well, I've got married, had a couple of kids, working long hours, I've let my fitness levels go, I feel tired, stressed, knackered, worn out. It's kind of, well, what are you going to do about it? Why do you need to do something about it? And one of the guys who comes down, we were talking about this yesterday, and he's got an 8-year-old son, I think, who does a bit of running. There's two guys actually, or another guy's got a 7-year-old son who likes running. So he's now doing a bit of running so he can go running with his son and what have you. And this other guy was saying he goes out. There's a park run. There's a park run in somewhere near here in Coombe Down or something like that. Dave Voss, I was meant to tell you about that today. If you watch this later, remind me and I'll tell you about it tonight. Matthew was going to tell you this morning, but it didn't happen. Anyway, there's a park run for kids, and Matthew was saying his 8-year-old is doing stuff like that, but the kids aren't allowed to do it on their own. They have to have an adult with them. So he's gone with his kid, and he's holding the kid back because he's not. Well, he's a very fit guy. He's just done the Bath Half Marathon, but he's holding his kid back because his kid can go faster and he's 8 years old. So that's giving him his why. He's like, well, I need to be able to keep up with him. I need to be able to push him, be able to, not push him like in a pushy dad way, but, support him and be there. And if you can't keep up with him, you've got to find another adult who can. But that's not good enough, right? You want to be the dad who can do that. So that's why I'm doing this, because there's people out there, guys out there like you who that's what they want. That's what you want, and you know why you want to do it, right? Why you want to do it is because then you can be there to support your kids. You can be there to set a good example as well. Because imagine Matthew's not like this, but imagine if you're saying, right, oh, my kid loves running, I want to support them in that, I want to go out with them running, but you're going to be a big sweaty mess. Coughing up a lung while your kid's like, well, come on, we've only done it'll be like run fat boy run. We've only been running for like 3 seconds and you're already coughing up a lung. I want to go out and do 5 miles, but I can't do it on my own because I'm not old enough. Think about that. You know, and even if your kids aren't into all that and they're sitting watching playing on an Xbox all bloody day, don't get out, don't get any sun. You know, if you're out doing stuff like that, imagine what they're going to do. And they'll see how much more energy you've got, how much more time you want to spend, and they'll want to come out with you. Not necessarily, you don't even have to go for a run, go for a walk, or just go play football, or do whatever in the park. And then you can set an example of them anyway. So it works both ways. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why. Doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter what happens at the end of it, you'll get results because of the reason why you're doing it. If the why is strong enough, you'll do it. So, think about why you want to do stuff, why you want to get fitter, stronger, why you want to get healthier, why you want to be a good example to your kids, why you want to, you want to get less stressed, you want to have more free time, you want to spend more time with your wife, you want to spend, you want to be more productive at work. Just think about all of this stuff. What will that give you? So if you work out why you want it, it'll give you whatever you want because you'll create more space and time. Blimey. There you go. So, I'm off to finish my Viking Warrior conditioning workout now, which I'll post up in a bit anyway, because I'm going to be doing I'll stick that up and say I'm doing a countdown, 80 days to go. And I'm shitting myself about it, but that's okay. That's what it's all about. Right. Why are you doing it? Tell me in the comments as well. Just say why. Tell me why.